Hello, hello. This is JJ DiGeronimo, and I am here with a very special guest. I'm so excited to have Cassandra with us today. She is not only a dear friend, but she is also an amazing channel. She channels so many different galactic and spiritual energies with us, and we are honored to have her as part of the Together We See community and to hear for a private event today with a selected group of members that have leaned into spending the hour with us to receive the messages from beyond that will help us in our journey. So, Cassandra, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you, JJ. I'm so excited to be here with you guys
Oh,
again.
so fabulous. So, tell us a little bit about your journey and your work.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I am a certified galactic astrologer. I'm also certified in human design, and I'm an Akashic Records reader. I didn't really foresee myself end up being a trance channeler, but it was a journey that kind of called to me and that I've been working with. And yes, now at this point, I've channeled over 20 different galactic, angelic, or ancient archetypal type energies. I find it interesting because I do tend to be more on the logical side, which people find entertaining when after experiencing what I do. But I think that I love it so much because there is so much energy exchange. It's the thing I get, hear the most frequently from my clients after experiencing something like this is I had no idea that I would feel such immense love or that I would feel such, high frequency connection, that was like anything like I've ever experienced. And I mean, the comments repeat to similar themes. And I think that it is beautiful to be able to connect with something that is a part of who we are and to feel that essence and receive guidance in that way. So, yeah, that's a little bit about me. And I don't know, I can share a little bit about what the process is with trans channeling if you would like me to.
That would be beautiful. And I think it's important to note that you do private sessions online or in person
Yes.
or group sessions. And it seems like
Mhm.
lately you've been doing a lot of group sessions. So, yes, tell us what it's all about.
Yeah, absolutely. So whenever one of the common questions I get from people too with channeling is like, oh, what happens? Who's coming through? And I like to share that before I enter into trance, I know what energy frequency at that time that is kind of knocking at the door, so that I can kind of feel into the frequency and then allow myself to enter into trance. Now, how I would describe this is it's really not as out there, I think, as what we may think. It's allowing ourselves to kind of relax our system and come into a place of peace that we can then align with their different frequencies. And when I'm trance channeling, or sometimes people will call it voice channeling, it's allowing then for my consciousness to sort of recede into the background and that the energy to come forward and speak through me. But in small ways, we all have these moments, like for creatives that are painting or writers that are lost in their writing, or those moments where we might be driving or do something and all of a sudden we're like, whoa, where'd the time go? This is a form of connecting to something that influences or is a part of collective consciousness, higher frequency. So that's all I'm doing. And so I just allow myself to enter a deep state of meditation. Usually, whatever energy comes through, they'll give a little introduction or invite questions. And then anybody that wishes to ask questions can. When I come out of trance channeling, though, I do not consciously recall what was said, so I can't really speak to any of that. But yeah, that's a little bit about the process.
Well, I cannot think of a better way to spend an afternoon. So I'm so honored you're here, and I'm going to give you some time to get in the space for you
Yes.
to trans channel. And we look forward to meeting and whoever comes through, and we feel completely honored and blessed to be part of it.
Awesome. Thank you. So when I'm doing this, it'll just take a moment or so. So I just want to invite for those here with me today, and for those who may be watching this, if you can, I'd like to start with just relaxing and coming into the present moment. So I invite you to sit with me during this time. If you can, close your eyes. I often say we don't give ourselves enough time to pause, to be present, to just let everything else recede into the background. Nothing needs to be done in this moment, just presence. Taking a few breaths, relaxing into your body. When I'm doing these group sessions, the frequency is connecting to all of us, and each individual has their own unique experience. So when we're here, you might just want to take a moment and feel into your heart and allow yourself to be open. Allow yourself to be present. Allow yourself to receive. I call upon the highest frequency of love and light. Yes, that Archangel Michael would be with us. And continue breathing. This may take me a minute or two to connect to whatever energy wishes to come through today. Just continue to be present with me. What a beautiful moment. An opportunity to be here with you, to be in communication in this way, in this form. We suppose an introduction would be useful. Yes. Our frequency is best described within the known archetype of Mary Magdalene. We are here today for this group, this moment, this time, for we feel that it is useful to be in sympathy, to be in connection, to be in the frequency of the heart. Your time, your people are tackling, perhaps we would say lightly with humor, a very transformative time. There is a staying quality. Yes, that each one of your souls possess. To be here, to be now, to be useful, to be loving, to be examples. We wish to offer support, assistance, guidance for anyone who wishes to be so vulnerable in engaging in conversation. Perhaps we may assist with questions.
Thank you so much for joining us. We are very grateful, and I believe everybody here will appreciate this energy, as many of us are guided to work with women to help them remember their gifts. And many of us have been working diligently for the last decade to work on our own connection with self, love, and the higher energies.
Yes, this is very wonderful work indeed. And of course, to be in that of understanding of the qualities that one possess is beneficial in beginning such interesting times.
As a collective, especially for the souls that have chosen to return at this time to help raise the frequency of the feminine, to balance out some of the masculine, what advice would you give us at a time like this when many of us are still finding our ways and positioning ourselves for the work that we're here to do?
The guidance, first and foremost, would be within to some regard, intention. This is a relevant foundational point in which it is important to begin a journey from a place of, we would say, being prepared, preparation, in the sense that you want to be in a frequency that is appropriate to the task in which is ahead. This is being said because it is relevant to understand that it is not through the efforting to save, but rather in the presence of authenticity, that you are able to make the most desired impact you may desire to have. It is in understanding that you are showing up in your essence, in your fullness, and your being, because why would you be of anything else? Why would you behave in any other way? It is in the acceptance, regardless of what is believed, spoken, or said, or assumed about you. It can be said in this soul frequency of Mary Magdalene, there were those that had very different misconceptions of how my energy was shared. Yet I was and held firm to being who I was regardless. It is if I was to say that my intentions were solely on the perspective of saving or fixing or reaching, perhaps it could have been a bigger hurdle to overcome. But when one is understanding of their essence and embodiment in the sense of this is that in which I am, of course I am these things, then there is a more fluid ability for impact to take place. Our first suggestion, therefore, would be in this understanding for there to be personal reflection. When you are living in times of chaos or frequencies that are dissolving, it is important to understand that your best assistance is through allowing this energy to take place so there may be fluid exchange. Therefore, personal reflection. Are you feeling the weight of responsibility? Or are you finding joy and movement from the heart in your moments? Regarding the masculine, we will speak to you of this in this form. This is a term in which we would say in your society has had imbalances in various ways. It is, we would say, important for there to be an understanding that it is not to be defining of one thing against another, but in honoring the balance of both poles within the individual self. It is in the coming together. It is in the honoring the expressions of all forms, regardless of its pole, we would say, or physical form. To all individuals, yes, there is a softening that is regardless of gender, being invited to be experienced. But it is within, again, we would say, the embodiment that you will have the most flow and reach and balancing of the poles within your individual self, which makes the best of circumstances for shifting frequency collectively. Is this understood?
Yes, yes, that is so beautiful and so helpful as we all carry the energy of the masculine and feminine. But I love most that you said about the authenticity and moving to the joy and not the have tos, which feels really good for a lot of us that have signed up for a lot of things that we feel like we should do. So it's nice to just remember that there is an easier way to do this.
Mm-hmm.
We will open the floor for other questions, but so many of the retreats, meditations often connect with your energy. And I feel like it's such an honor to have you here right now. Is there any lessons or wisdom that you wish we knew more of as we move down this path of loosening some of the grip and leaning more into this balancing of the frequencies?
It is common, we would say, for the human condition to be in criticism, judgment, or comparison. We understand that there is much on your experiences that you can do just so. Yet it is also that we wish it to be understood that what is very, we are seeking language, most beneficial perhaps, is understanding the larger scope. It is possible, whether it be in times of chaos, in times of personal challenge, in times of difficulty, it is very possible for your time and space to be critical of sorts and comparative to weighing or measuring of right and wrong, of good or bad. This is difficult, yes, for it is deeply woven, but the thing in which to answer the proposed question would be the understanding of a non-dualistic perspective. It is impossible to be aware of every single moment, person, frequency, adjustment, to attach judgment to what is or what is experienced. This is not that we are saying you are meant to go through things that are unpleasant or pleasant, but it is understanding that you are here with a soul's desired level of curiosity to grow and evolve through experience and circumstance. But it is only within the softening, the relaxing, the stepping into more of a non-dualistic perspective that one can see or feel the experience or navigate it with the desired amount of ease. Often you wish to see the answer now, have the thing quicker. There's a love of the word of manifestation, but there can also be a forgetting of the journey, the evolution, the experience, understanding other factors, individuals, soul contracts, things all woven in together. It is quite complex, yes, the weaving of stories and experiences that the human incarnation has. Therefore, we would say the best guidance through when you are in the midst of challenge, division, hardship, collapse of your governmental structures, or difficulty, whether financial, emotional, any circumstance, It is within the presence and allowance of returning to the present moment, observation of your beliefs. What is it that your mind is saying? What are the judgments that you are sensing? Where are discriminations arising? Where is there frustration? This is the evolution, but it is not within the failing, collapsing, or missing. One cannot miss any designed experience that is for them. They can slow the process, yes, indeed. But we feel that this would be beneficial guidance to be an observation of the self, for it is within addressing of these things you can then engage with challenges with more ease and flow. Hopefully, there is use in this shared information.
It is beautiful, and I'm so honored to be with you. And we have many beautiful souls with us that want to join us in the conversation. If we could do that. Yes. I want to thank you. I definitely have already taken notes, and I love the message of you're not going to miss any experience that's designed for you. You may slow it down, but you will not miss the experience. And I think that's such a beautiful reminder. At this point, I'd like to invite Lori up on stage.
Hello, and thank you. I'm wondering if, as an individual or as a collective, how we might best prepare our vessels to help with the amplification of love and light.
What a beautiful question. Thank you. Yes. The guidance in which was shared is beneficial, yes. And to elaborate again on the point of presence is a very useful note in as it relates to the body. For what you are saying to your body in those moments is you are bringing it into calm presence. You are assuring it that, or you could say it is as if you are holding it, yes. But you are allowing the body to feel, the vessel, we will say, to feel supported. You are allowing the vessel to feel that it can calm and be where it is intended to be. When you are in this frequency, the natural state of the laws of vibration would be that you then increase your frequency. Your vibrational resonance within your body then moves out of stress, anxiety, anger, fear, and it relaxes into more calm states. It feels supported, it feels held. In doing so, you increase your vibration. Your physical vibration is increased. In that process, you have access to higher vibrational expressions. Love, joy, those are the highest. Peace. These are the goals, you could say, perhaps, of where one might wish to feel. We shared a non-dualistic perspective. We will add this layer in further. When you are able to sit in that point, calm your vessel, you are increasing vibration. As you increase, you are then opening to other expressions. As you are open in non-dualistic perspectives, now you are able to see from different angles, in which now the situation becomes less about right and wrong and more about self-reflection and honoring the feelings and moving through things, which then shifts your beliefs, shifts the ways you operate. It destroys corrupt systems internally that may be playing in the background. Would you like any guidance specifically in this relation of question or others for yourself?
I would love it if you could give me a little more insight. Yes.
For this, we would ask, may we scan your soul's frequency for access, for more clear guidance?
Yes.
Very well, thank you. One moment. This is the piece in which we desire to share with you personally. We sense within your soul's desired experiences and within your frequency a particular energy signature. And what we wish for you to know is that in the topic of love, that there is an essence in particular of your frequency, that love is for you and the energy you are meant to share often in times of directness. It is a frequency in which we feel that sometimes for you, love and how you are meant to share love is through honest reflection. It is through sharing from a place of care, the difficult thing. It is a sense of pointing out various things that are well intended for people to realize. We sense that this may earlier in life perhaps be something that was unrealized or was expressed without knowing. Yet we sense there is a degree in which there is understanding and wish to encourage you in confidence and forward motion and understanding that love is expressed through many ways, but you, in part, one of your gifts is that you share love through compassion that is expressed through honest reflection or bringing light to difficulty or things that may not wish to be heard, yet your frequency is one that from a place of love is meant to share in such ways. This is what we wish to share with you today.
Thank you so much.
Hello, and thank you, dearest Mary Magdalene. Many of us are experiencing rapid transformations that may feel mysterious and perhaps overwhelming, and we often struggle to understand their purpose. So how can we embrace and navigate these swift changes with grace? And what guidance can you provide to help us to open up or perhaps be vulnerable enough to give and receive fully as we move confidently on our spiritual path?
May we ask you a question?
Yes.
We sense a frequency very strong within your heart chakra when you are in the energy of asking this question. We would like to present an opportunity to see if this is a question in which you would like to ask collectively, or would you like us to share layers related to you personally?
Wow. Well, since you feel my heart and my heart is feeling very heavy, um, I would be honored for you to give me what it is that you see.
And in so, are you willing to allow us permission to scan deeper within your soul frequency?
Yes, please.
What we wish to say, we will address to you specifically to begin. There is a weight, yes, there is a strong activation of the heart chakra. And we wish first and foremost to say to you that you are not unseen. You are witnessed. We ask that if you can to tune into your body in particular to receive the vibrational quality of what we wish to share. We are sharing guidance, but we are also letting you know there is a frequency in which we wish to exchange energetically in our words. If you receive, then simply be within your body in the frequency of receiving. You are being witnessed. You are being seen. You are not alone. And not that you feel as if you are, but we wish to say it anyways, for part of our quality is we empathize and understand the human condition, the emotion, the difficulty. There was in my frequency and my stories moments where I witnessed difficulty, and I see you. There are teams of angels, my dear, that see you. And while there is much that is healing, there's that are perhaps being seen or acknowledged that are rising. We wish to hope to give you peace that your circumstances are just so that you may rise stronger in the things in your life that have been said to you that are not true. Those that have doubted or conditioned your experiences would have you to believe that you are things in which you are not. These are no longer your life circumstances and things that are feeling of friction. You are not navigating them alone, and we would give peace to say there are in least particular, we sense two circumstances or situations you are close to approaching the other side. We wish for you to know this, and that your ability to come through stronger, more clear, more confident and empowered. You are a beautiful soul. You are exactly in the frequency, navigating with strength, and you are being witnessed. It can be hard. We will speak to the collective now. It can be hard when you do not understand what you are going through or why. Your people are in a position that is new. There is labor pains. There is a desire to be birthed already, to move forward. This is why each of the souls here are strong. And we think, again, the best guidance. We will perhaps sound repetitive in moments, but it comes from the ability to observe the stories, the beliefs, the things under the current. We will also add this layer. Many of you, we would say quite confidently, the majority of you, in one way or another, are accustomed to feeling safety and forms of routine, of familiar systems, programs, people, governments, structures, outcomes. And collectively, you are being invited to expand your views of what is possible, what can be, and to move forward, healing what can no longer run under the surface, and opening to see possibility where you may not have seen before. Joining, coming together, feeling community, connection, your people, assistance in ways you have never before. This is what we wish to share. We hope that this has been beneficial.
It has. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much for connecting with all of us today, Mary Magdalene. It's such an honor to be in your presence and in your energy. My heart just feels so full. I have a question about the role that children and pets are playing in the evolution. I've recently been blessed with a granddaughter, and she's just such a light. And any advice that you have for teachers, both formal and informal teachers, parents, for working with children that have special gifts and needs. Thank you.
This is a lovely question. And yes, we would say much of the change in frequency and the evolution of your species is happening and has been happening with the children. This is why there are more circumstances in which there are various labels, perhaps, that may be attached to defining children in different forms that are unnecessary, yet it is the way of your people. Yes, this will increase. There will be, especially, we would say, within the next year forward, a increase and unique genetic expressions within children. There are children who are coming that have been they will have less veil of forgetting. There will be more remembering. There will be innocence in expression and knowing confidently what is capable. This is perhaps something that has been seen but will rapidly increase. The genetics are shifting and changing as the planet, as your people have continued to evolve and grow. As you collectively increase in vibrational resonance, the container becomes larger in which what it can hold. It was never about being something outside of what you are. It is all there. It is all there now. Every past life, every lifetime, every gift, every moment, every remembrance. But yet the human vessel container is capable of holding more. There will be a period of adjustment where you will find that there will need to be new structures, new ways, new systems that are able to support, as what was supportive may become less, it will not work, we will say. There is evolution, yes, it is the way of all things, and things that will be not as useful moving forward. This will be a process and it will take time. And there are individuals, perhaps such as yourself or those you know, that are gifted with special interests to be able to help this evolutionary transition that comes much through the children. The guidance, we would say, is to, as spiritually aware individuals, not attach judgment, not attach things, expectations, and rather allow. Do not, when it comes to the children, do not discourage their imagination, their stories. Do not tell them ways in which they should or should not, for all is being transmuted, shifted, evolved, grown through these genetic lines. Do you find this useful?
Yes, thank you. It really confirms my feelings about this too. And I'm so grateful that you brought this information to all of us. Thank you.
You're very welcome. We would say at this time, we have room for one more question. Perhaps, are there any more questions?
Hi.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
Very well.
Thank you for joining us. My question is, I feel like I see a lot of signs from the universe, like certain animals or certain words will come up a lot, themes, numbers. And I just like I feel like I'm stuck in a loop. Like I feel like I can't translate these messages that I'm getting, and like things will get better. Like I made a major move that made things some better, and I feel like I keep plateauing and I'm not reaching my potential. I'm not doing what I'm meant to do. Like I've gone through a lot of stuff. I feel like I'm here to help other people, but I can't get that resonance to my voice to help no that I'm here, so I can't help them, that kind of thing. So I was wondering, like, is that what you see for me? Like, what can I do to try to be more in tune? That's one thing.
May we scan your frequency?
Absolutely. Please do.
The first thing in which we wish to say is, if you are breathing, if you are being, and the fact that you are asking the questions in which you are operating in your aligned frequency and path. The question becomes more of, when you say there are certain measurements or plateaus or languages of such, you are attaching stories that say that you are inferior, not enough, or operating incorrectly. Therefore, the first thing we wish to say is that this is what wishes to be seen and moved through and allowed to soften. There can be a desire for more, for growth. You can look externally and wish or jump ahead for things, but you are not allowing your fullness to be exactly where it is, and learning and receiving what it is meant to be having and receiving in that moment. We are scanning your frequency more specifically. One moment. We sense there is much in which you desire to do, to share, to be. There is an undertone, perhaps, of an enthusiasm that feels misplaced or unsure where to land. Do not judge. Be excited for the symbolism, the animals. Do not worry, for you may desire to have clear explanation, but we sense that the guidance we wish to give you is that there is an aspect of remembering that is unfolding. And the sense is that your human mind may be feeling as if I must know this now. I know, but it is as if I know something is here. I know it, but I can't get it just yet. That is okay. Maybe part of the journey is in slowing down and honoring more into the relationship with the signs, the animals, the frequencies, the things that are coming. And it's less about plateaus or levels or forward motion, and it's more about a rising of what is already known, but you are rushing, and what is desiring is slowness, presence. Sit with me. Be with me, and in that being, remembering it is not a destination you are meant to achieve. It is more the remembering of what you are. In this, there will be more conversations, there will be more moments, there will be more openings, there will be more synchronicities, because there is allowance and there is flow. We will give an example of this. It is as if there would be a maze and you wish to move through a maze. If you allow there to be the exploration of various degrees and angles, it is a journey and it can flow. There are many ways in which you picture filling a maze with water. If it reaches a block, it will flow somewhere else. It will flow somewhere else, but it will end at its destination point. It is appreciating of the journey. But if you have a container which is fixed and says, I must experience this container being filled, but yet you are restricting it, there is water splashing, it can only go in one area. And there can only be judgment to the cup being filled or not filled. It is within the allowance of the journey, within the allowance of knowing that you are already at the destination. It is just the journey that is wanting to be in relationship with you. And this will be a richer experience, but to allow it to be in relationship with you. Do you find this to be helpful?
Yes, actually, I do. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Wonderful. We will at this time give a short closing. We thank you for your presence. Beautiful hearts are all of you. You are moving and sharing and vibrating at frequencies that impact more than you realize, we would say. The hope is that within each one of you, you recognize that in which you are in this moment. And it is not through striving, but it is in remembering, appreciating, celebrating. Celebrate that which you are. Celebrate the challenge. Celebrate the difficulty. Find ways to celebrate how you're navigating it, the ways in which you've grown. Celebrate equally your victories. This is how you move forward in the remembering, noticing, honoring. This is what we wish to leave with you today.